Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where you've got to score low to win big. Let's meet today's players. And first, we welcome Phil and Sue. You are our first pair on the show. I overheard you talking to Richard before the show about something like my ninth oyster.
Yes.
What's this? What were you talking about?
Whitstable has had an oyster festival this summer, and I just missed out on winning the oyster eating competition. I can eat oysters very quickly.
How many oysters?
Normally, what you're judged on normally is 6 oysters, half a pint of beer. I can do that in 10 seconds.
What?
10 seconds.
Phil, what can you do? You've got 3 seconds.
Nothing as impressive as that.
OK, brilliant. Graham and very best of luck to you on the show.
Thank you.
Phil, we're going to have to find out what you can do in 10 seconds. I'm sure it's equally impressive. Graham and Valerie, welcome back to you. You were on the show last time. Of course, everyone gets 2 shots to get through to the Pointless final. This is your second and final go at it. Remind us how you did.
We got to the second round, but it's geography, and I don't know where I myself is most of the time, let alone other countries.
Oh, dear. Dear. It was land borders, wasn't it? Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Well, very best of luck this afternoon. I don't think we saw you at your very best. I think we're going to see you do fantastically well. That's my hunch. And welcome back to Charlotte and Diane. You were also on the show last time. Remind us how you did.
Very badly, I'd say catastrophically. I mean, I think it's probably made my fear of spiders just that little bit worse now.
Right, OK. Basically, they got locked in a tank with some spiders. We do this every so often. We thought it'd be quite fun. It just backfired, didn't it?
Well, it backfired for them. It didn't for us, it was fine. We had a right laugh.
For us, it was better than fine. It was most amusing. Yeah. OK, well, very best of luck to you this afternoon. And finally, we've got Ross and Ben. How do you two know each other?
Well, I've lived in Edinburgh for 20 years, and I met Ross 15 years ago through a mutual friend who couldn't believe that there were 2 Eurovision fans in the same city, let alone...
You were both in the same city, and you're both Eurovision fans. I can't believe that either.
She couldn't.
Well, anyway, best of luck to the pair of you. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show. There is, however, just one more person for me to introduce. You've kind of already met him. That's probably given it away a bit, hasn't it? But he is a who's who of obscurity. He's my pointless friend. He's Richard.
I am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
See, I don't think I am a who's who of obscurity.
I
think I'm more of a who cares of obscurity. That'd be my opinion. We've got 2 returning pairs today. Charlotte and Diane didn't cover themselves in glory last time, but to be fair, they had a very difficult category and took risks, so I think they might go a little bit further today. And Graham and Valerie, I think, were very strong, so it's going to be tough for our 2 new pairs. The good news for Phil and Sue is we've replaced the head-to-head with a cockle and whelk eating contest.
Very good indeed. OK, now, we put all our questions to 100 people before the show. This is pointless, though, so we are after the obscure answers that they didn't get. So to stay in the game with a chance to win our jackpot, all our players need to do is score as few points as they possibly can. It's very simple. What everyone's trying to do, of course, is find a pointless answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, if it happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Now, nobody has won the jackpot for ages, for the last 8 shows, and we will add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off, would you believe it, at £10,750. Someone has got to win that. OK, let's play Pointless. OK, in the first round, each of you must give me one answer, and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated. So, our first category this afternoon is pop and rock. Pop and rock. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many family bands as they could. Family bands, Richard.
Yeah, the correct answers in this round are all musical groups or bands where the members are siblings.
OK, right. Phil and Sue, you all drew lots before the show, and today you get to go first. So in this round, we're going to give you a choice of 7 possible answers on the board in each pass. Your first set of 7 answers reads like this. The Osmonds, the Everly Brothers, the Carpenters, the Partridge Family, Jedward, Orbital, the Beverly Sisters. I'm just going to read those out one more time. The Osmonds, the Everly Brothers, the Carpenters, the Partridge Family, Jedward, Orbital, the Beverly Sisters. And I can tell you that at least one of those answers is pointless, but also that at least one of those answers is incorrect. And if you land on an incorrect one, you will score the maximum of 100 points. Now, Phil, I think you might be quite good at this. Am I right?
Well, there are a couple I'm not sure about, but I'm going to play reasonably safe and hope that it's one not too many people remembered or thought about. I'm going to go for the Carpenters.
The Carpenters. OK, there they are. Third one down. You're hoping that that is correct, obviously, and you're hoping that it scores as few points as possible. Let's see if it's right, and let's see how many people said the Carpenters. Well, it is right. Not bad. 25, Phil. Done all right, hasn't he, Sue?
He has.
The Carpenters score you 25. Richard.
Yeah, nice safe start, Phil. Richard on piano and Karen on drums. Very much the white stripes of their day, the Carpenters.
Well done. Not a bad score at all. Now, Valerie. Valerie, I think you're going to be good at this.
Reasonably.
I think you might be quite good at this. What's that board looking like to you? Remember, there's at least one pointless answer on that board.
Yes. Well, I'm going to go for something that is slightly before my time, but not a lot. The Beverly Sisters.
The Beverly Sisters, there they are at the bottom, the Beverly Sisters. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said the Beverly Sisters. It is correct. Oh, a good score. Look at that. 6 for you, Valerie. Well done. 6, that scores you.
Yeah, very well played, Valerie. The Beverly Sisters, Joy, Babs and Teddy. And one of them married Billy Wright, the footballer. They were very much the Posh and Becks of their day.
Beverly Sisters, what a great answer, Valerie. Charlotte, you are going to be hot at this. I know.
Well, I'm going to play it safe and pick the people who I love.
OK.
So I'm going to pick Jedward.
We've had the Carpenters, we've had the Beverly Sisters. You are saying Jedward. Let's see if that's a correct answer. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Jedward. Oh, it's a brilliant answer, Charlotte. Brilliantly said. 8 points for Jedward.
Jedward, of course, made up of John and Edward, the names of the twins. So Charlotte and Diane, don't do that because you'll be die-a-lot.
OK, very good. Ben. Now then, Ben.
Well, I'm going to take a risk.
This is what I like to hear. There's a pointless on that
There
board.
is a pointless.
There's a pointless in there.
And I'm actually going to go for one that I'm not sure are related, so that is a risk.
Well, remember, there's an incorrect one in there as well, and that will score you 100 points.
I'm going to say Orbital.
Orbital. One up from the bottom. That's what you're saying. Let's see if it's correct. If it is, let's see how many people said Orbital. There we are. Brilliant answer. That's a pointless answer. It adds 250 quid to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £11,000. It also scores you nothing. Richard, Orbital.
Yes, Orbital, very good, the sort of 90s dance band. Now, obviously, there's Phil and Paul Hartnell were the brothers. And obviously, people don't remember them, so they won't get the fact that Ross and Ben look not unlike them. Actually, they have a look of Orbital about them. Let's have a look at the rest of the board. The Osmonds, of course, would have scored you a fairly hefty 45. The Everly Brothers, actually, a surprisingly low score, would have scored you just 3. And the Partridge Family, by process of elimination, was an incorrect answer because they were a fictional family band from a US sitcom.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. We're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Very low-scoring round. Phil and Sue, you see, normally 25 would have been a brilliant start.